Okay, let's talk a little bit. Did you get a chance to see? Well, I know you watched the Donaire Rigondeaux fight. Did you get a chance to see that?
Yeah, we saw that, of course.
Okay. What was your take on the fight?
Well, I think Rigondeaux had a very good game plan. He was definitely prepared to fight, at his best convenience. I think he executed very well. He definitely got talent, definitely got skills. I think Donaire might have maybe had one of those, a little bit of an off night. He probably could have stayed on the outside to try to counter Rigondeaux, but that would just make for a more boring fight, and Donaire didn't want to do that. So he tried to kind of walk him down, but it wasn't as aggressive as he probably should have been. That round when he actually dropped him, that was probably the most aggressive round, and that's when he actually was able to catch him. So maybe he could have done that earlier, but you never know. The fight, it is what it is, and he fought the way he thought was best, but it turned out not to be the best game plan.
Okay, I know he's Nonito's talking about moving up in weight. Would that in any way affect any of what you have going on at the weight class right now?
I don't think so. He can definitely move up. There's a few titles, in the division that can be available for him to pick up. I think he can fight one or two fights to see how he feels in the division, and if he feels comfortable, then he wants to stay, then he can stay and try to challenge one of the champions in the division. If he feels that he might not be as strong or as fast or whatever, and he wants to decide to come down to 122, and he can challenge Rigondeaux once again, and try to get a rematch with him.
Okay, so in the future, would you ever be interested in taking on Guillermo Rigondeaux? Should he move up?
If he moves up, that's fine. I'm not moving down to look for him. If he wants to move up to try and do something at the 126 division, and I'm still here, then why not?
Right.
It's one of those fights where if he moves up, and yeah, but I ain't gonna move down or anything like that.
Okay, what do you feel that Nonito could have done differently, in order to press the action more, and because it seemed to me that every time Nonito tried to press the action, Rigondeaux got the better of the exchanges. Do you think that Rigondeaux could just be a better fighter than Donaire, or is it just a problem that maybe Nonito left something in the gym?
It could have been a little bit of both. Maybe Donaire didn't prepare for Rigondeaux as much as he could have, but then you haven't seen a whole lot of Rigondeaux either. He only had 11, 12 fights or something, so it's hard to tell. And Rigondeaux definitely had a very good game plan. He stuck to his game plan, kept the pace, at a slow pace, which was best for him. Because a lot of those rounds, the punch exchange was fairly close in punch tag. There wasn't that high action, packed fight. It was at a slower pace, so that definitely benefited Rigondeaux. Donaire, like I said, could have pressed more and make it a rough fight. Make it one of those rough fights like he did in that round, and maybe that would have been a better fight for him. But if he didn't prepare for that, how can you fight like that?